any other group to do. Thank you.
Yes.
Your name and your position in the community.
I am Comrade Pastor Ranam Yafara, a community leader of this community in Mringi. And this bridge was constructed by the old Brass local government when one Mr. Idies Oudogo was the chairman, and he happens to be a native of the Mringi community.
Great.
So I could remember vividly as a small boy, and my father, who also happens to be one of the sponsors of that election, and after Oudogo won the election, the community has to sit down in the town hall and told him that the only thing they wanted from him was a bridge connecting the two sides of the community. And graciously, Idies Oudogo agreed, and that was how this project was started. And though his government couldn't finish the project,
okay,
and after he left, God so kind, another Mringi man, Mringi son, was also appointed as an administrator of old Brass local government during the military regime of I think Babangida or something.
okay.
And he made all the efforts to complete this bridge, and that was how this bridge was completed. And it has been of great help to this community, because I could remember in 1998,
yeah,
when there was no bridge,
yeah,
and then the gas turbine in Mringi was under construction. A staff of Drikanskol, the contractor working on the gas turbine, died in this river because there was no bridge. And then it was just local canoe, and he was coming back at night after work, and I think the canoe subsided and the man died. And most times too, with the local bridge just like this one, then during the rainy season, the bridge will always collapse, and it is always very difficult for people to cross over, especially the kids who attend the primary school over that way.
yeah.
It is always a big problem, because you could imagine children crossing over the creek when it is the flood period for schooling. So the dangers are always there that somebody will drown in the river.
Yeah.
And the bridge has really been of help to this community. And when this bridge collapsed, I think every single man in Mringi, old or young, confessed that there is no man, no woman that will die in this community that will bring more pain, just like this bridge has done.
Is that so?
Yes, yes, yes. I think this bridge is regarded as the greatest monument, the biggest monument, and more important than any rich man in this community.
Wonderful.
Yes, that is a confession of everybody, that there is no single rich man that will die in this community, that people will mourn as this bridge was mourned. Yes, yes.
It's okay. So what led to the collapse of this bridge? When did it collapse?
Yes, it collapsed during this last flood that devastated the whole Niger Delta, especially Bayelsa. And it collapsed to an extent because of these grasses. And when the grasses came to this point, the pillars,
yeah,
I think as we know what water can do, water will always look for an escape.
yeah, pressure.
Yes, so the pressure, the water was looking for an escape, and it has to dig under the grasses. And the more the water digs under the grasses, erosion comes up, and that was how the erosion eat up around the pillars, and the pillars have to move because the pillars were not piled.
Okay.
It was just ordinary basement. It was not piled. So when the erosion eat up the soil, I think the pillars are just standing alone because the soil is gone.
Okay.
That was how one after the other, the pillars started falling away, holding the bridge up, because it is a hanging bridge, as you could see.
Yes.
So when the pillar moves down, the floor will have to be forced to come down.
Yes.
So that was how the whole thing just broke down, just as you could
Yes,
see.
I can see the length. The length is almost about 50 meters or thereabout.
Yes.
And now when this happened, was there any casualty? Was there any vehicle on top? Or is it because the whole area was flooded, vehicles were not passing again, or human beings were not passing? Was there any casualty?
Yes, there was no casualty. There was no human casualty. There was no vehicular casualty. There was no Okada casualty.
Good.
I think before it finally collapsed, when we sensed it, I think vehicles were stopped from applying.
Okay.
And even Okada too. Okada were only permitted to just roll it across. You don't have to ride.
You saw the sign in time.
Yes, we saw the sign in time. And,
okay.
I think it was just like tourism. People will just gather here, and as you are standing, you'll be seeing gradually as it is collapsing,
disintegrating,
moving down. This area to just eating up, while people are just
washing helplessly.
There is nothing you could do. You could just see a blessing from God. Water is a blessing, and it was also a disaster on our own side. So on both sides, we were just helpless, looking at it, being the soil and the bridge being washed away.
Yeah. It's okay. So, what has been done either by the state, the federal government interventionist agencies, or even by the community in terms of ensuring that this bridge is reconstructed?
Yes, as a community, the community have made efforts individually and collectively to appeal to government. Some of the appeal have gone to the federal government. The other ones have gone to the state government. We've also made an appeal to Shell and also NDDC. And we could remember during the flood, the commissioner for works came on air on TV and mentioned that this bridge has been earmarked for reconstruction or construction.
Before the collapse or after?
No, after the collapse.
Okay.
After the collapse.
Okay.
That Julius Baja has been assigned to construct this bridge, including the one before the Shell camp, when you're coming in from Idepie down to Imringi. These are the two bridges the commissioner mentioned on TV.
Okay.
That Julius Baja has been assigned to do this. But up to now, we've not
seen any action.
Yes, we've not seen any action. Even the maintenance of the road too, we've not seen any action. So we are still appealing and waiting on the government to take an action to see that this bridge is reconstructed.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much. I think you have really touched on the points I want to know.
Thank you.
And after here, we are going to that one you just mentioned too. So we can see that the water hyacinths have reduced after the flood.
Yes. I think to an extent, the flood also did some good job, because
these are some of them.
Yes.
Community effort or
yes,
how?
community effort.
Okay.
And to an extent, it was also a blessing, because the flood also washed away all the grasses that occupied the whole creek. Yes, and after the flood, there was no grasses.
Yes, we noticed it at
the other end. It has been cleansed, as if it was Julius Baja that came clearing the creek with some booty.
Thank you so much.